Broadcasting from the city centre of Cambridge. This is Cambridge 105.
Right, it's time to introduce our first guest of the afternoon, who is Ed Roberts. And Ed is going to be taking part in the Olympic torch. I even want to call it a race, but it's not a race at all, is it, Ed? It's a relay. Tell me, how did you hear you'd been selected?
Well, I'm a PhD student in the university, and they kind of had 3 places that they wanted to put out there, and they gave them to 3 people who were involved in community projects, and so they got in touch, and it was quite surprising.
Yeah?
And then, yeah, it just went through the college.
How did you hear? Did you get a phone call? Did you get a letter?
I just got an email, which I kind of assumed was a joke.
Really?
But turned out no.
It's like when you accepted for a job, you know, if you've got it, you get first class, if you haven't, you get second, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember. I think I had priority on it, which made me more suspicious, but still.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
I think we first got an email around in December, but then it kind of hung around that you were being put forward, but you hadn't been approved.
Right, so it's sort of a
time.
list, and they're sort of whittling it down, are they, to the final people, or have they pretty much decided at that point?
I don't think we ever really worked that out. We just
Okay,
kind of found out.
Come on, you're
more
PhD
over
students,
time.
surely you must work your way out.
Probably could have looked into it a bit more.
I think so. So what stage of the relay are you actually carrying the torch?
So I'm doing between Trinity Great Court and down to the punt, where I hand it over to someone.
So this is on Sunday morning, by the
Yes,
sounds of things. This is a very, very early start, isn't it?
Yeah.
How early do you have to get up?
Well, I have to be there at 5 in the morning to run at 6:40.
That's not bad. I don't have to be here till 6, so that's. I guess all of a sudden I'm feeling blessed.
I'm pretty jealous.
Yeah, I know. But how do you work yourself round? Because you don't want to be half asleep when you're doing the race.
That's a good point. I'll probably go for coffee.
Go for the coffee option is the way forward.
Yeah.
How far do you get to run in all of this?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's about 300 metres, so I should be able to manage that even if I'm half asleep.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. Have you been having a practice?
Well, I've kind of run more than 300 metres, just not holding a torch.
Do you think you should? Have you picked one up? Have you had a little sort of a practice go?
I've never seen one in person yet, so it'll be quite.
Oh, we've got photos. I think we've even got photos on our Facebook page now of the torch. I'll explain a little bit more about it, perhaps a little bit later. How do you normally keep yourself fit?
Well, until kind of last year, I didn't really do a huge amount, but then I ran a 10k for Sense 33, which is up in the middle of town. A local youth charity.
And that's one of the places, isn't it, where you do some of your volunteering,
yeah.
I think?
Yeah, exactly. So I worked there with the Young Carers Project. And so I ended up running 10k dressed as a Smurf through London. So that was just kind of running...
And blue?
Bright blue with a big
foam rubber hat.
It was quite fun.
I guess.
You get some odd looks on the tube from Shepherd's Bush.
Oh, really? You sort of like sit on the tube and go on your way? Because around Cambridge, all you see is people dressed up in their dinner jackets and stuff. Although I see somebody in full tails and a partner in a very nice flowing kind of dress thing. It's a meeting with somebody at Cambridge Station. So I've never seen a Smurf.
No, it was pretty fun.
It's not. Which race was this for then?
That was the London 10k, so it's ASIC's one, but. Yeah, there was quite a few of us went down for it.
Yeah, did you do much training on this sort of thing? Did you keep yourself fit, or how do you do that?
I do a little bit. I kind of run a few times a week, but I think I could, I should be okay.
I guess in a way it's not so much the race, it's just the getting from the first part to the second part to hand that torch on.
Exactly, and just not letting it go out in the middle.
Have you given instructions on that? What happens if there's a sudden gust of wind? You know, do you hide behind a corner or something, get it relit?
I'm going to ask them on Sunday morning before I do it.
I don't wish to tempt fate or anything like that. I'd also with all the photographers standing on this strange place called Kitchen Bridge that nobody in the press conference this morning had heard of.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to find this bridge on Sunday. Still, that's Matt Webb's job, not my problem really. Tell me a little bit more about the volunteering that you do. Where do you do that?
So there's a few places. So I'm a volunteer mediator with the Community and District Mediation Service, which is sort of over on Regent Street. And I volunteer with, and I'm a trustee for Sexuality, which runs youth services for young lesbian, gay, and bisexual people. and also, obviously, I work, as I said, with Centre 33 and the Young Carers Project, kind of working with a couple of different youth groups there.
So tell us more about that particular project. It strikes me as quite interesting, probably quite challenging at times as well.
It can be. I mean, we work with young people between the ages of 8 and 18 who obviously are looking after a relative or family member who has either physical or mental health problems or drug dependency problems or whatever. And it's mainly about providing them a youth group, a space to just kind of go and relax. And yeah.
Are there many such carers both in Cambridge City and in Cambridgeshire as a whole?
There's a huge number of young people. I mean, they recently made a training for local schools which went round to talk to teachers about how they could support young carers. But I mean,
because sometimes it can be quite hidden, can't it? Really, there's some that don't necessarily want to talk about it, and I guess telltale signs maybe turning up to class late or something.
Well, that was one of the things they addressed in their video. But I think they were saying that almost 1 in 10 young people will be a young carer at some point. It might have even been more than that. And I'm quite embarrassed I've forgotten the statistics.
No, it doesn't matter at all. And I guess, as you know, there's more single parents than there were a few decades ago. So potentially, if that parent who is the primary carer falls ill for some reason, be it with flu for the sake of argument, or something far more serious and far long term, somebody's needed. And so the group that picks up and supports them, or
also it provides them with a space where they can just kind of go, relax, chill out, talk to other young people who are in a similar situation, and also just it's a place where they can get some extra support if they need it. Yeah. So it's a really amazing project. I was really lucky to get involved with it.
Would you recommend volunteering to others in a project like that, or something else?
I mean, assuming that you want to work with young people, yeah, I would really recommend it. I mean, all of the things that I'm doing are really interesting. So working with the mediation service as well, it's an amazing insight into what's going on around you, and you're really privileged to see what's going on in different places where you would never see normally. So.
How did you get involved in volunteering in the first place?
A friend of mine was volunteering with with Linkline, which is the university version of the Samaritan sort of thing.
Right.
And I kind of thought it seemed really important, really interesting, so I got involved with that, and kind of gradually got more involved in that, then met more people involved in other projects, and it just kind of spread out, and you get involved in more and more as you meet more people. So it's, that's pretty much it.
So Sunday is your big day, carrying the torch very early in the morning. But what are you going to do with the torch after the relay? Have you decided?
First of all, I want to take it around the different youth groups and stuff, and then I think I've got to have an argument between me and my parents, because I think they want it to go back to Huntington, but I'm going to try and keep it for at least a while in my front room in Cambridge.
So you've got no thoughts of popping it on eBay once it's all over?
No, not at the moment. Maybe later.
Well, thank you very much, Ed, for coming in and chatting to us at 105 this afternoon. And the best of luck on Sunday. I hope it all goes smoothly. No hitches at all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Broadcasting from the city centre of Cambridge. This is Cambridge 105.